Satnam and welcome. My name is Ann Taylor. It is my honor to lead you in Kundalini Yoga today. We're at week 3 now of our July series, Freedom and Liberation. Week 3 is the courage of authentic expression. The first week, just to review kind of the arc we're forming here, the first week was to realize that we're not free, at least in part because we have unconscious patterns and stories running the show behind the scenes. So week 2, now that we're learning that there are these unconscious patterns, we began to look for the gap between a trigger and reaction, working with that small gap. This week, we're going to work with courage and the courage of authentic expression. Now, I know that some of you have asked previously how the map of consciousness, his name's escaping me right now. Oh, brother, if you don't write these things down. Anyway, the map of consciousness that goes from 0 to 1,000, courage is at the level of 200. And it is at that point, it's the tipping point for humanity. And if we can get at 200 or above, we have real chance for transformation. So below that 200 mark, that level of consciousness, is fear, shame, and emotions like that, that really pull not only us down, but pull the whole humanity down. And it is said that when a certain percentage of the population is to rise above the fear, the shame, greed, and these other negative qualities, get to the level of courage and beyond, transformation of humanity will occur. So these parts, as we've been talking here and in the salon for those who are participating in that, it's that everyone has components of fear, greed, and shame. When we learn to recognize those aspects of ourselves, then we can choose not to act on them. So it sounds simple in theory, but it takes a lot of work, right? And one of the things that it requires is courage. It takes a lot of courage to step into your authentic self. And we're going to do a pranayam it's a pranayam / meditation, break the mask. And so Kundalini Yoga teaches, very similar to Jungian psychology, is that we have a mask, a persona, which is necessary. It's not optional. It protects our inner core. When it becomes a problem where we need to break the mask is when we think we become one with the mask. That's our entire universe. That's who we are. That's what we see. I am the engineer. I am the mother. I am the president of the United States, whatever that may be. That is a part of us that we're showing the world, but it is not us in our entirety. So we'll be working to break the mask. There's a wonderful, it's actually a 31-minute meditation. We're going to just do part 1. And if it's something that resonates with you, you can practice the whole 31 minutes. So authenticity is not simply speaking our truth. It's when our inner life, our body, our somatic being, our heart, and our actions begin to act coherently. So the masks are not signs of weakness. We don't need to get rid of them. Again, what we're trying to do is not become one with the mask. So that's the focus of the breath work today. Let's see. And after that, the Kriya will be Kriya to relax and release fear. So using our body to just help move through the fear and get past it. We'll start by tuning in with the Adi mantra, chanting Ong Namo Gurudev Namo 3 times. Rubbing the palms of the hands together. Taking a moment to check your posture. Chest out, chin in. Sitting bones squarely on the floor. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Deep inhale. Exhale. And inhale to tune in. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Adgare Shugadgare Name, Satgare Name, Sri Gurudev Name, Adgare Name, Shugadgare Name, Satgare Name, Sri Gurudev Name, Adgare Name, Shugadgare Name, Satgare Name, Sri Gurudev Name. Inhale deeply, suspend the breath. Exhale. And if you're watching this in the future and you're new to Kundalini Yoga and the sound currents are foreign to you, just let them wash over you and don't worry about it. We will be silently using a mantra, and I will have a recording of it. Hadaji, Hada Hada Hadaji. And the breath pattern is as you're listening to the music, the chanting. The inhale will be 3 parts. Inhale part way, about 1/3 of your capacity. Suspend the breath for up to 15 seconds. Then take part 2 of the breath, suspend for 15 seconds. And then inhale all the way, suspend the breath for 15 seconds. Exhale when you need to. Now you may need to slow that down where you're inhaling 5 seconds, hold, inhale 5 more seconds, hold, inhale 5 more seconds, hold. So after a couple rounds, you'll get a feeling for where your breath capacity is. The mudra will be the one we used last week, the lotus mudra. The thumbs touch, the pinkies touch, and the middle 3 fingers are stretched. So it's like an open flower. So thumbs touching, pinkies touching, other 3 fingers are forming a flower. And that is held at the heart center. The eyes are 9/10 closed, or the instructions say if you'd like to close them, that's fine. So we'll be doing this for 11 minutes. Again, if this resonates with you, the second part would be to chant the mantra for additional 11 minutes and just with a relaxed breath, because you're going to be chanting. And then follow that by repeating part 1 for 5 minutes. So we're just doing part 1. I think that's enough for our purposes today to kind of loosen that mask. Loosen the identity we have with the masks. That's a very important distinction, because the masks, it's a protection. I mean, if you're going into a hostile environment, that could be family, that could be community, that could be anything. You don't necessarily, authenticity doesn't necessarily mean to blurt out what you think. It's to use discernment, when it's appropriate, when it's not. And sometimes you have to put on a mask. And so it can be a good tool, but it's when we hide behind that mask that it becomes.
Haraji Hara 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 Haraji Haraji Hara 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 Haraji Haraji Hara 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 Haraji
Begin the breath pattern
Haraji
again,
Hara 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 Hara
inhaling in
Haraji
thirds
Haraji Hara
your
Hara
maximum
Hara Hara
capacity.
Haraji Haraji Hara 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 Hara
Between the breaths,
Haraji
you'll be doing
Haraji
a
Hara
hold
Hara
of
Hara
breath.
Hara
Inhale,
Haraji
hold, inhale,
Haraji
hold,
Hara Hara
inhale,
Hara Hara
hold.
Haraji Haraji Hara 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 Haraji Haraji Hara Hara
The
Hara
middle three
Hara
fingers,
Haraji
past,
Haraji
present,
Hara
and
Hara Hara
future.
Hara Haraji Haraji Hara 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 Haraji Hara Ji Hara 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 Ji 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 Hara Ji Hara Hara
If the
Hara
mind
Hara Hara
starts to
Ji
wander, allow
Hara
the
Ji Hara
mantra to
Hara
break
Hara Hara
in.
Hara Ji Hara Ji Hara 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 Hara
Settle
Hara
down
Ji
the mind.
Hara Ji
and
Hara Hara
return to
Hara
the
Hara
breath
Hara
pattern.
Ji Hara Ji Hara 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 Ji Haraji Hara 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 Haraji 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 Haraji Hara 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 Haraji.
So as we get ready to practice our Kriya to relax and release fear, think of this as not necessarily getting rid of fear, but rather an opportunity to soften our psychological patterns that keep our fear alive. We need fear when it's appropriate, but many of us are living with fear as kind of a low-grade reality all the time. So when our body relaxes, the heart becomes more available, more coherent, and authenticity doesn't have to be forced. It requires enough safety that we can deeply nurture what can emerge, what can be allowed to emerge. We begin with a standing cat-cow. So because when I demonstrate this, there's not going to be a lot you can see. So just as a reminder, cat-cow is on the inhale, dropping the belly, raising the rear end, raising the chin. On the exhale, arching. But now we're going to come to a standing position. Let's see, am I in the, barely. Okay, let's move, Butters. And you're going to either grab your calves or behind your knees. If you're able to check a flattened back, you want your back to be fairly flat. And then we're going to do cat-cow from this position. And let's begin. Inhaling up, inhaling belly down, exhaling up. So again, it's a very small movement as I'm doing it. Inhaling, dropping the belly down. Exhaling, rounding the back. And just allow your body to set the flow. We don't have to know what's being released through our work. Let the mind relax. Inhale and gently come standing. Placing your hands on your hips, we're going to rotate, making big circles with your hips. If you need to keep your eyes open, obviously, please do so. If you feel balanced and centered, allow the eyes to close. A lot of tension gets carried in the hips. And let's switch directions. Inhale and come back into easy pose. Okay. Just taking a moment between exercises. Okay, and now imagine you're behind the wheel of your car. And you're grabbing onto the steering wheel. So you're going to be holding the steering wheel like that, inhaling left and exhaling right. The elbows are shown as out. And let's begin. A nice, powerful breath. Our internal organs are getting a nice massage, the liver, working on the nervous system, the hormonal system, just letting the body do its thing. We don't need to think about it, just stay with the motion and the breath. The breath is nice and deep, and you're really feeling the twist, making sure the head turns with the body. Inhale, center. Exhale, relax the breath, and just allow the eyes to remain closed. The next exercise, the arms will be up. And we're going to be opening and the arms will be straight, but for demonstration purposes, you're going to be opening and closing your hands. And the fingers will wrap around the thumb. Open, closed. And let's begin. As always, if you need to visualize at some point, feel free to do that. Coordinate the breath. Oh, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Allow the elbows to remain locked. The ego is likely to resist. See if you can break through. Excellent. Almost there. Inhale and relax the arms down. Now the full length of the Kriya, if we were going to do like an extended 2-3 hour class, would be 7 minutes. So we did 3. So I think that's pretty good. Just allow your body to relax for a few moments. This next exercise will help get rid of some tension in the neck area. And once again, we're going to make fists, keeping the thumbs under wraps, so to speak. And this is the in position. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and snap the arms out. And let's begin. Nice, powerful breaths. Allow your movements to become spacious. Imagine breathing confidence into the world by this powerful breath. And now let's add in the O breath. Making a firm circle with your mouth, keeping it on the inhale and exhale for the last minute. Inhale and relax. Just relax your body for a few moments before we move on. Once again, putting our thumbs to our palm and making a fist, fingers around the thumbs. The arms will go straight out and we're going to begin making circles. So the right hand is going clockwise, the left hand is going counterclockwise. And let's begin. Inhale and relax the arms down and just breathe normally. And now we're going to be moving into crow squats. And there'll be a modified example. Depending on your flexibility, depending how your hips are feeling. So if you're the hands go like this, and then on the exhale, come down into crow squat, which would be like your bottom is almost on the floor. I'm going to modify. Inhale up, exhale down into crow. If you're able to come all the way down, please do so. Otherwise, do a modified version. And the back should be, it's almost like an elevator. We're not leaning way over. We're trying to maintain a upward posture. As always, let the yoga meet you where you're at, regardless how long you've been at it. This is between you and you. 30 more seconds. You're doing awesome. And inhale and relax back into easy pose. Okay, good job. Excellent. And now we will do Satali breath. And as a reminder, that is where you roll your tongue and inhale and exhale through the rolled tongue. Now, some people just genetically can't roll your tongue, so just breathe through an open mouth. But if you're able to roll your tongue, it's a very cooling breath. And let's begin. Inhale and relax. And now we're going to end with a minute of just moving our arms, moving our torso, and just letting go a little bit. Allow the eyes to close. So you don't have to worry about seeing anybody else, and you don't have to worry about anyone seeing you. Just for a minute, really let it go. Inhale and relax. Okay, so that concludes the Kriya. We're going to go right to the meditation. Meditation for strong nerves. One of the most important things we can do is keep the nervous system strong so that it can do its job, scanning for dangers, scanning for issues, and also to keep us from irrational behaviors. This particular meditation was said to be helpful during great times on the planet. And so there is a mudra. It's different for men and women. So for women, the right hand, the thumb and pinky, and that mudra will be resting in the lap. The left hand, the sun or the ring finger, and thumb will be pressing. So for men, it's just the opposite hands. And begin long, deep breathing. Just get in a comfortable position. So again, the right hand, it's thumb and pinky. Left hand, thumb and ring finger for women, opposite for men. Just allowing the focus to be on the breath. And allow it to be relaxing after the Kriya. When our nervous system becomes more resilient, we become less reactive. Cultivating presence. And now relax the hands down and make your way onto the mat in Shavasana for deep relaxation. Allowing the arms to be at your sides, a little bit away from the body, your legs relaxed, support if you need it, making yourself feel well attended to. If it feels safe to do so, allow your eyes to close. Take one nice, deep, slow inhale and exhale completely. Again, deeply inhale and exhale, and allow your breath now to just soften. Feeling the support of your mat beneath you. There's nothing to accomplish right now. Allow your body to harvest the work, make its adjustments, and for the next few minutes, simply allow yourself to be supported. Bring your awareness to your feet. Notice whatever sensations are present. Feelings of warmth, coolness, weight, or perhaps very little sensation at all. Simply notice and allow your feet to soften. Relax the ankles, the calves, the knees, the thighs. Feel the weight of your legs settling completely into the floor. Allow gravity to do all the work now. Bring your awareness to your pelvis, the hips, the lower belly. This is where we often hold our earliest strategies for protection. Without needing to change anything, simply allow this part of you to soften. Allow the breath to arrive here naturally. Relax the abdomen, the organs, the lower back. Feel the whole bowl of the pelvis becoming spacious. Now soften the solar plexus, the place of effort, will, identity. Notice whether there is any need to hold yourself together. If there is, simply thank that effort. It has served you. And for these few moments, invite it to rest. Allow the breath now to move easily into the heart. Feel the chest becoming wide, soft, unhurried. Perhaps you can imagine the breath creating just a little bit more room around your heart. Not forcing it open, simply allowing space. Relax your shoulders. Let them fall away from your ears. Soften the upper arms, the elbows, forearms, hands, all the way to the fingertips. Nothing to grasp, nothing to defend. Bring your awareness to the throat, the place where truth finds its voice. Imagine the throat becoming open, clear, unconstricted. There is nothing you must say and nothing you must hide, only breath, moving freely. Now soften the muscles of the face. Relax the jaw, the tongue, the cheeks, the eyes, the forehead. Allow your whole face to become peaceful. Now become aware of your whole body, from the soles of your feet to the crown of your head, resting, breathing, supported. You've spent a lifetime learning how to protect yourself. Some of those ways were wise. Some became habits. Some became identities. Today, and for just this moment, you do not need to protect yourself. You are simply here. And now begin to deepen your breath. Feel the breath become a little fuller. Gently begin to make small circles with your wrists and ankles. When you're ready, stretch your arms out over your head and elongate your spine. And then move into your cat stretches, arms out to the side, one knee across the body, your head turning the opposite way, and breathe into the stretch. And switching sides. And now rub the palms of the hands and soles of the feet. Grabbing hold of the knees, come up into easy pose as we prepare to close the sacred circle. Today's practice is about reminding us that courage is not the absence of fear. It's a willingness to let integrity become stronger than fear. The masks we have worn deserve gratitude. They have helped us survive. But perhaps many of them we no longer need in our lives. As our fear softens, something more authentic begins to emerge. Something that's been patiently waiting beneath the roles that we have carried. As Carl Jung said, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. And now let's rub the palms of the hands together as we prepare to close our sacred circle with a long sat and a short nam. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale to close. Sat Nam. Sat Nam, and may you find the courage to let your inner and outer lives become one. Thank you, and have an amazing rest of your day.